Sure. All right, guys, welcome once again to the Joy Email Banks channel. And today I'll be having a discussion with the director of socials. We're all aware of the incident that transpired last week at Parliament. Some of us are aware. I believe a lot of us have already seen the press release of the issues that had to do with the dinner that was organized. Sorry, the picnic, FATSSA Picnic that was organized, and there was a loan that was taken from the association account, and which was supposed to be paid from ticket sales, but the ticket sales didn't meet the amount of money for the loan, and the issue was discussed in Parliament. And of course, there was a resolution from Parliament that he should pay the money. So, which, in my own opinion, I don't think it's fair. And the premise for that argument is the fact that if he had oversold tickets, if he had sold tickets more than the money that was needed for the event, he would not have been asked to take the money. So on that premise, my argument is I don't see it as a fair, deal on the part of the Parliament. But let me come to you now, Mr. Ashcroft. You were in Parliament the other day. We all know how it went down and all that stuff. So looking at the fact that this resolution has already been passed, we know that you have to abide by it. And what do you have to say? Do you think it's fair? That's one. And do you feel betrayed by your association?
First of all, I want to appreciate you for having me on your channel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's an honor. I will not lie. So, to be honest, no normal person will say it's fair on anybody's part, because we always resort to biases.
Yeah.
And as you said, or as you asked me now, what I feel about it, I don't know. I'm still indifferent towards the whole issue, because it's still very strange and funny.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, it's still very strange and funny, because the whole premise behind the action and the decision made by the House was just, will I say, I won't say it was made up, but it just came around. It's not a standing rule.
Okay.
It's not a standing rule. So I just feel maybe everything is coming up based on biases or personal opinions.
Yeah.
So that's basically it.
Okay, so I understand how difficult it is to organize an event, and I want to ask, you took a loan from the association, organized the event, and the ticket sales do not measure up to what you had in mind. Did you feel that you were in between a rock and a hard place, in the sense that you couldn't sell the ticket and you still needed to put up a good performance? The event was for fat sites, but I know a lot of people didn't show up. I myself, I wasn't there. I was sick that period, so I really couldn't come around. So did you feel that you were already in a difficult situation?
Yeah. The thing is, as you said, it is very difficult to organize any event. As little as it is, very difficult to organize any event, and it's also very difficult to please human beings, as we all know. So at that moment, I can remember vividly, 2 days before the event, we were literally stranded.
Okay.
Because we didn't have much, and most of these vendors, like the photographer, the vendor in charge of, like the caterer in charge of small shops and the likes, were already on my neck asking for a deposit to be made, because obviously we cannot pay on that day or a day before.
I understand.
And I was still with the money that was loaned to me.
Yeah.
And also at least a good number of tickets money that were with me. I looked at it that if I want to save this money and return back to the house, if I'm being honest with you, the only things that would have been provided at that spot would be just maybe DJ and palm wine, no other thing. But then I looked at it that there's this there's this mindset of fat site already, that anything faculty event is always whack.
Yeah.
You understand? Because of, I guess, maybe because of past experiences.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that maybe if we can at least, rough it to change the narrative.
Yeah.
We can at least, like,
I'm sure you had already booked those people down. Like, you had already contracted
yes,
those people
day before.
Must have been difficult for you to tell them, "Ah, I'm not buying again." I'm sure they have even prepared it already.
Because I can remember even the lady that made the omalata was
Yeah,
literally on my neck already, because she said she had to go as far as, I think, Akin, I can't remember the market, to get the things. And
yeah,
she doesn't just go and buy, it is based on order,
yeah,
because I think she has a specific customer that she goes to and stuff. So these things, there was already a very tight corner, and I spoke to my committee members, and they were like, "We will have to," because when I told them that okay, we have two options now, it's either we give these guys a mid event, or we take the risk and give them what we have in plan, even if we're not going to get that exactly, but at least close to what we have in plan,
yeah,
and then we face what we'll have to face after the event. And they were like, we had different opinions, but at least the majority was, let's do something different, let's give them what we have in mind already. They will bother about
how to
other
face
things
the
after
house.
the event. So that was the major case at that point.
Yeah. Okay, the premise that some person had in the house the other day was that it was a paid event, and we can't use the use of other fat site to organize a paid event. So I understand that part, but the event was for fat site. Fat site were supposed to be there. It was organized for them. If it was a paid event, what do you have to say about the fact that it was a paid event and it would not be nice to use other people's juice to organize paid events?
Okay, thank you very much. To start with, like I said, I began the whole interview with the fact that everything is going based on biases and personal opinion.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to quote FATSSA Constitution, that's a review question, under the section 8 here, it
Okay.
states subsection 4.
Okay.
That's the section of the social director. It states that the social director shall provide the association with instruments of entertainment under the sponsorship of the association
Wow.
and take charge of them. Now, why I said it was based on personal biases and
Did you
all,
make this known in the house the other day?
no,
Okay.
I didn't. So the thing is, saying the event was a paid event was just a, will I say, a policy that was invented by the house and not by FATSA. I didn't come bringing the budget when I provided, but I didn't come with the fact that it would be sponsored by tickets. I said the budget was structured in a way that each fat site is allocated to 1,000 naira, which is the price of the ticket.
Yeah.
So it will make accountability and planning easier for us, not that it will be sponsored by tickets. Until when it was proposed by, I think, was it the speaker or something, that it should be sponsored by, funded by the ticket sales instead.
Yeah, I get.
So that was it. It was not something that was in plan already before providing the budget.
Okay, let me come to the other events that you did. I heard about the FATSSA Got Talent. You did FATSSA Got Talent. I heard it was wow. You got sponsors for that event, and I still remember that for this same event we're talking about now, you printed the ID cards for free. Do you feel you are not being appreciated as much as you ought to be? Because I for one, when you mentioned it the other day that cards are for free, I was like, ah, where do you see people who are in office and they will tell you cards are free? They can just tell you that the card is also amount. Won't follow you to go and pay for the person printing the cards. But when you said that, I was really impressed, and I heard about the FATSSA Got Talent event. Do you feel you didn't get as much appreciation as you're supposed to get? Because now that this particular event did not go as planned, it's like they just want you to take all the responsibilities. Meanwhile, you have had events that went as planned, even far more than people expected, and it was just a regular thank you for the event.
Well, the thing is, I've been in the system right from my 100 level. I've been in the system right from my 100 level, and I've gotten used to serving, especially in this faculty and even Hall of Residence and the likes. So to be honest, I would say maybe I've gotten used to it, gotten used to serving and not being appreciated. So I just always put it behind, because yes, I'm here to serve. But then if I know I am achieving my goals and the likes, and I'm getting this achievement and, you know, making a statement, I tend to like ignore,
Overlook.
If it comes, it comes. If I don't get the appreciation,
It's okay.
it's cool. So I'm not really bothered about it. I'm not really bothered, as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I am not in any way dragging my executive council back,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay, but another question I want to ask you is: do you admit some lapses on your own end as it concerns this particular event? Because you've done events before. Do you see that okay, I didn't do one or two things right, or do you regret that decision of let's go ahead with the event even though we're going to have to face the house? Or what lapses can you point to your own administration to say okay, this was where we missed it?
Okay, to start with, I'll say where I fell short on my part was, firstly, I didn't put it out there. I think the only people that knew about it were some of my committee members and then the executive council. I didn't at least, let's say, push it out to FATSSA that
This event.
tickets are not going well, oh, we've not sold anything. Oh. And the reason is because I've observed that, planning events, I've been in this and there are different scope to doing these things, And I've noticed that, especially in the University of Ibadan, organizing an event is very different from when you're organizing an event outside the school, because there's a specific way students of the University of Ibadan think. There's a specific way you handle them. And I noticed that if you start making people understand that maybe the turnout for event is lacking or something, it tends to portray a different idea to students of the University of Ibadan. You
And
understand?
people affect future events.
That's why in the publicity, I don't know if you saw it or anything, we were mostly tagging it with limited tickets available, even if tickets were not limited at all, they were surplus. So we're tagging with limited tickets available just for people to maybe to boost people's morale to come and get their tickets, so they know okay, there's really no time, these tickets are going fast. So I didn't put it out there that okay, this ticket is plenty, you come and buy ticket and stuff. And what else I can say, prior to the planning, maybe I should have, the thing is, I won't say it is a lapse or something, because if I had followed this idea, I might still have gone short, because now we sold 162 tickets, I could have just catered for only 162 people. Now imagine we had, because we sold tickets at the spot, we didn't get 162 people at that day before the event, but imagine I cater for just the people that came, and then we now had people coming and we could not cater for them. It will still be a problem. So those were the issues that I know that okay, on my part, came from my own office and the likes.
Okay. Do you think that what has happened now and the decision that have been made, do you think it will be a challenge for the future director of socials that are coming?
Definitely. Because now the previous administration faced something like this. This administration is facing something like this. I won't be surprised if next election you will see that the office of social director, nobody's contesting for it. Because it's very clear that people are already having the mindset that it's like there is a problem with the office. Because many people don't know what is actually happening. It's just what you give them that they will feed on. So people start having the mindset that okay, there is a problem. And even if let's say anybody comes to contest for the post next administration, you will surely have it. Let's say anybody that maybe was in my committee or knows what is going on might not even want to organize a picnic, or might just want to say, I don't want problem, let me give them their mid event, and which is very bad, obviously, very, very bad, because what is being portrayed is not what actually happened, and that is what a regular person will surely work on. So it is not a good face to give to the service.
Do you think that some persons are using this incident that has happened to you as an avenue to get at you?
It could be not. I don't know. I really don't know. That's why I said from the beginning, I said maybe it's from personal opinions or from their biases. I really don't know. But if it is like a plan or a scheme to get at me, I really don't understand.
What I'm saying is that the voices were not very loud when you did FATSSA Got Talent and it was a success. The voice was not that loud. The way it's loud now that let's do this. So could it just be that okay, we're just waiting for one failure and let's just hit at him?
The main reason why I'll say it could be is because maybe from the past administration, they already had that mindset. So maybe that's where they got it from, that okay, let's see what these ones come and do. That could be like a factor to it.
Okay, moving forward, do you think that the dinner and the cultural nights, do you see that this event will be affected by this incident that just happened now?
It depends on how how we go about this one. It depends on how we resolve this issue, sir. Because
Okay.
if everything goes well, obviously I'm still the social director of this country. I will still have to deliver no matter what. It's not anybody's
So what if
business.
there's a low turnout for sales of tickets for those events?
For those events,
So have a mid event.
as we no, I don't think we want to go that way.
Okay.
As I portrayed when I presented the budget to the house, I clearly mentioned that we will try every possible best and means to sell up to 400 tickets and not 400 tickets, because planning an event you cannot put a specific amount.
Sure, yeah.
You have to plan bigger, so then even if you fall short, you know, okay, you are cutting down, not that you plan low and then you get more.
Okay, so this time you just tell them that tickets might be
as many
200 or
as
100.
we as many as we can. No,
Exactly. So
As
similar
many
as what they are holding on to.
I guess so.
All right, now to the most important question: how do you intend to go about raising this money?
If I want to be honest with you, currently, I really do not know. Because just 2 or 3 days before that sitting, a generous soul helped me to pay my dues for my FATSSA dues because of restrictions already coming very close and stuff.
Yeah.
The same person that could not afford 3,105 naira is who is
Okay.
being held to pay 200,000 naira. I really
Wow.
do not know where that money come from. Currently, I do not know.
Do you have anything in mind?
I do not even know. I paid my school fees like that same week. Okay, no, the Sunday before. Why? The same financial constraints. So if I just settle my school fees and I'm getting someone to pay my dues, 200k. There's no plan for it now. Because even if I had resources or any plan, I would have exhausted it for my own personal school fees
Yeah.
and dues. So currently there's really nothing now. As of now, there's no I don't even know. And funny enough, we if it's to resort to sponsors, even I would say we almost exhausted all our options from FATSSA Got Talent to the picnic. It
Yeah.
was a very tough battle, to be honest. I don't know if on my WhatsApp status I posted it that I became a nuisance in people's DMs. I literally became a nuisance.
Yeah.
Like people were complaining and stuff, but I know what I'm pursuing, so I'll still. But currently, I don't know how I'll go and meet either the same people or a new set of people that we can obviously approach for upcoming events for a debt or loan or whatever they call it. I really don't know how we want us to go about it. Sha.
You know, right now we don't have like a third arm of government, but if we had, do you think we would have appealed that decision that was made?
Yes,
Like if we had a court.
I feel if you put it that way, let's say in the format of, let's say, court, I think the court works with basic evidences and
Yeah.
facts. So there's every evidence to prove that, one, I did not embezzle the money, so to say.
Yeah.
Two, the whole everything given to me was spent on the event, because I came with a concrete budget and I came with even the remaining tickets that were not sold, which the house counted, and they accounted for that. Yes, everything is complete. So I guess maybe I'll be vindicated.
Yeah, I think right now we are putting this through what we call the court of public opinion. FATSSA are going to see it, and I believe they are going to share their opinions and comments about this. And as for payment of the money, I'm sure some of them too, some of those people that are going to see it are also going to want to come in and say, okay, let's just do this, so it doesn't affect our future events, and so that other directors who just come in will not be like, I'm afraid, or I don't want to do something that will put me in trouble and all that.
Hopefully.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Ashcroft.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it.
it.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much.